that ball down.
Yeah, the ball was kind of thrown loose, and they both kind of came up with it, and then as they went to the ground, the DeSales ripped it away from the St. X guy.
Yep. All righty.
So Allen is lobbying for the ball hitting.
Tell
the
them
ground.
it's too late. They've already kicked the extra point. X 7-0 DeSales after the first drive of the game. And impressive 85-yard drive for the DeSales Colts, helped by just a defensive breakdown by the St. X secondary on a 3rd and 19. And now the Tigers will get the ball for the first time this year. Kick is high, going to bounce at the 5, dead up in the air, and it's taken right at the 5-yard line, and room across the 20 to the 30, sliding away from a tackle out near the 35-yard line. You never want to get tackled by the kicker, Tony.
Well,
but Mekhi Smith, a name, the sophomore, we're going to talk about a lot this year, we think, with a really nice return when a ball took a long time for it to get to him.
Yeah, and I think the DeSales kick coverage might have overran it a little bit, but boy, the kicker is the only guy left between him and the goal line, between Mekhi Smith, and Givens makes the tackle.
Doug Bodine, senior quarterback, 6'1", 180. Don't think he doesn't remember this DeSales game from last year. He will bring his team to the line of scrimmage. Logan Davis in the backfield along with Jalen Borho, who's the H-back. Handoff Davis, running left, cuts inside, hit by Hollenkamp, who plays both ways and dropped for a loss of about a half yard. It'll be 2nd and long.
Well, Hollenkamp's the guy's name we called a lot of times in that last year. Darren Hollenkamp from a linebacker spot. Tigers just try to go to the left side behind Evan Brown, and that time good pursuit by the big DeSales defensive line. And, man, I tell you what, they're very athletic up there.
2nd down and long. Bodine looks to the sideline. He's got Smith wide to the left. Goodman is that way as well. Actually, 3 receivers to the left. Quick throw to the left to Mekhi Smith. At the 35, cuts outside 40, 45, 50, down the left sideline, and finally forced out of bounds by Hollenkamp. But not until he gets into DeSales territory at the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 20 for Mekhi Smith on his first varsity catch.
Well, John, you want to give Grant Goodman and Elijah Byrne credit for blocking downfield. A great job by both of them, stealing their blocks. And what Byrne did is he got his guy inside. Goodman did, and Mekhi Smith got outside of him.
Goodman and Borho go wide to the right. 4 receivers set this time. Empty backfield. Bodine looks, throws over the middle. He's got Borho, who dropped it. Had it on his hip, tried to pull it back in and dropped it. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, you gotta catch it before you run. And Borho, as he caught the ball, was a little behind him as he turned to go upfield. He just dropped the football, and boy, he was just sat down from his tight end, from the slot tight end, went about 5 yards down and was wide open. And Bodine was on the money, but he drops the football.
2nd down and 10. Goodman and Smith to the right. Davis back in there in the backfield. It is Davis right up the gut, and he is hit and dropped by big number 79, Alex Gates, 5'11", 275. It's a gain of about 3 down to the 42-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Tigers.
Well, John, up front for the Tigers, Grieve, Congeni, Ferris, Happel, and Brown are your starting offensive line.
3rd down, 7, under 6 to play here in the first quarter. DeSales leads it 7-0. Bodine sends 2 receivers each way, and Logan Davis in the backfield to help protect. DeSales with a 4-man front. They bring 5. Bodine rolls right. He's got a man wide open, almost overshot him, but a great catch, and the first down at the 35 and inside the 35. Going up high for that one was Michael Duddy, Tony, the senior.
He's a junior.
And it says senior on my roster, so it's got to be right.
I wanted to make sure we corrected that earlier. But a great catch. Came across the middle. He's about
terrific
6'3".
catch.
Ball was up high, went up and got it. Got out of bounds for the first down.
And Bodine was patient and found the check down receiver. 1st and 10 Tigers at the 33. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, tight end, or 2 to the right. Quick one over the middle. This is I think Duddy again. Out of the slot, just came right across the middle. A little seam pattern, Tony. Bodine put it right on the money, and he's down to the 12-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. That's a gain of 21, and the Tigers are in the green zone. Brought to you by the Eye Care Institute and Dr. Brennan Green.
Well, if DeSales is going to put 7 guys up in there, the Tigers are going to do that all night. They're just short, quick passes, and they've been effective.
Bodine's got Davis behind him and Borho to his left. Here's Logan, up the gut, hit, fights his way for a yard to the 11. Hauled down there by one of the co-captains, DeJuan Watkins, senior defensive guard. Gain of a yard, 2nd down 9.
And last year, John, this is where the Tigers had trouble in the DeSales game when they got it down by the goal line and couldn't get it in. But hopefully tonight that will change if you're a Tiger fan.
Goodman and Smith to the right on 2nd and 9 from the 11. Colts with a whole lot of guys up front. Tony, something's got to be open here. Rolling right, Bodine throws, end zone, and overshot Mekhi Smith. He had him right in the front corner of the end zone and just overthrew it.
Well, DeSales in straight man coverage, and that's going to be tough to do right here. But a nice job by Bodine again, John. He overthrew him. I know he not threw a good pass, didn't throw a good pass, but he got out of the pocket. If he puts it on the money, it's a touchdown.
Yeah. 3rd down and 9 for the Tigers. Ball at the DeSales 11. 4:46 to go here in the first quarter. Colts lead at 7-zip.
Me personally, I would have thrown the same play that's worked to Duddy.
3 receivers to the right. Looks like a little confusion here for the Tigers.
No deep safety for DeSales.
And Duddy is to the left. Logan Davis in to protect. Bodine throws, has a guy wide open. Did he overthrow him? No, he did not. Touchdown, St. X Tigers. Falling after he tries to celebrate Elijah Byrne, the senior. And the Tigers answer right back with a 65-yard drive of their own.
Well, DeSales wants to put everybody up on the line of scrimmage and play man coverage with no help. And all the Tigers did was put 3 guys they put Trips to the right, they ran 2 guys in, and they ran Byrne to the corner, and he was so wide open. And you called it right, John. The only fear there was he was going to overthrow him. And now Jeff Sexton comes on to attempt the extra point.
Kick is up and through, and still the line of Colt fans out there have missed a couple of touchdowns in about 7.5 minutes of the first quarter, and we are tied at 7. But I guess they didn't miss anything since we're tied, right?
No, John, but a great answer by the St. X Tigers.
Jim Brinkman, impressive drive by Doug Bodine there.
Yeah, I've been at a couple of the practices, and Duddy is a sophomore lacrosse player. And when I saw his size compared to the rest of the receivers, I was thinking Crum, I was thinking Mueller, on 2 years ago when we had the big receivers. And that's what you get with Michael Duddy is a good size. Now, I do want to correct something. The touchdown by Scroggins by DeSales actually hit a foot of a St. X guy. I saw it on the photographer, actually played it through, and the ball bounced up and he got it. All right, so.
Well done, Jimmy.
And, John,
and Duddy's a sophomore. Before this game's over, we'll have him in the 7th grade again.
Yeah, so we're doing real well there. But the roster did have him as a senior. I know he's a sophomore. I coached against.
7-7. We begin again with 4:39 to go in the first quarter. Sexton's kick is high, a little deeper this time, and a yard into the end zone. Trying to bring it out, but you can't do that in high school football as Maxwell Newkirk the Colts at their own 20.
Well, I'm glad we had a lot of things going on in the pregame because I was going to tell you this is going to be a low-scoring game tonight. But I changed that right before the game. I was going to tell you that both teams would score on their opening drives, which both teams have. Now DeSales will take over at their own 20-yard line. But, boy, a great answer by the Tigers.
Got some shout-outs to get to tonight. Jackie and Dick Stratman. Dick, class of 61, not able to make the game tonight. They're listening, watching the stream. They have a grandson on both teams. Colby Stratman, center for DeSales. Blaine Donlin, center for St. X. So, hello, Stratman family. How you doing? And I wonder who you're pulling for here. Avery keeps it, running left, holding it like a loaf of bread there, and gets across the 20 out near the 25-yard line. There is a flag down in the defensive backfield here.
Yeah,
see how many Tigers are on the field here.
I think they're all right. If that comes from there, that could be a hold.
Don't forget Matt McCarthy, Tim Bryan helping bring you the stream tonight. LiveSportscaster.com is the website that you can go to. Listen to Tony and I and Jim and watch the game on the stream. At least we hope so. There may be some technical difficulties, but aren't there always? And it is a penalty against the Colts here, Tony. They talked it over for a long time there.
Well, it's the referee's first game, too. It's our first game. It's coaching staffs and the players. But Tiger defense right here would be huge for them to try to keep the Colts pinned down here.
5-yard penalty moves it back to the 15. It's 1st and 15 for the Colts. Higdon wide to the right with Scroggins slotted that way. The big tight end, Dimitri Scott, goes wide to the left. And Avery rolls to the right, looking back to the left. In trouble, and the ball came out as he was sacked. Tigers say they have it, and they do.
Hale Bowler.
Hale Bowler, the senior co-captain, came up with it. And Avery, Tony, on the last run, he held it sort of like a loaf of bread. This time, he's wanting to pass. Pressure came from a couple of Tigers, and I don't know who knocked it out, but as you said, Bowler recovered it.
Yeah, John, and as a quarterback, you got to have a timer in your head. You got to know and all of a sudden get that ball down, and you cannot make a play all the time. Pocket broke down quickly. Tigers make the play, and now Tigers are in business at the DeSales 6-yard line after going down the field on their last drive and scoring. Turnovers are always huge.
Absolutely.
First one of the game.
They'll start deep in the green zone at the 6-yard line. First and goal. Bodine is not in the game. Logan Davis is running the Wildcat here. Borho in front of him. He goes right over the back of Borho, fights his way down near the 3-yard line. And that is just Jalen, go knock somebody over. I'm going to get on your back here. Give Logan Davis half the yardage he needed. It's second and goal at the 3.
Well, Borho went right at Lewis, the big outside linebacker. And actually, if Borho doesn't stumble, they probably get him because Logan Davis had to run up his back. But Tigers get the ball down to the 3.
3 receivers to the right, so the Colts have to respect that. And here's Davis running right again. Cuts inside to the 1, reaches. Did he get in? Yes, touchdown St. X Tigers. Logan Davis from 3 yards out, his first touchdown of the season. And give Jalen Borho a lot of credit there, Tony. It's sort of go find somebody and get them out of my way here.
Yeah, John, and give that offensive line credit. And you called it right. Tigers tried to get the Colts spread out. They did. They let Logan Davis just read the play. And now Jeff Sexton comes right back in to attempt the extra point.
So the Tigers scored with 4:39 to go in the quarter, and they've now scored again with 3:52 to go. Extra point is up, and it is through. 14-7 Tigers. And Jimmy Hale Bowler with a big play on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, he became like my best friend when he ran off the field. He ran me over, literally. So, anyway.
Are you all right, man?
Yeah, he was pretty excited.
Danny McDonald's down there if you need some help. You look like you're limping a little bit.
Well, right? I'm definitely going to have to check out the Collier Law Group injury report. Hey,
wow.
what a nice play. And the quarterback for DeSales, Avery, had 2 fumbles in their scrimmage. You know, he does not protect the ball. Obviously, that's something that St. X coaches, could pick up. I mean, my amateur eye could pick that up very quickly. And on that last sweep that Avery ran to the left side on the holding penalty, he was holding the ball out. Yeah. So I'm not surprised that Tigers might get a few turnovers tonight.
And, Tony, Harold Davis, not a coach that's going to put up with that very long.
No, John, and that's one thing, you're going to make mistakes in the first game, but you can't make those type of mistakes. And just like I told you a second ago, I figured this game would be very high scoring. Tigers are up 14-7 with 3:52 left here in the first quarter, and Jeff Sexton comes on for the 3rd time this game to kick off.
That's always a good sign when your kicker has to put his leg in some ice. High and deep, and Newkirk will take it a yard deep again, so the Colts will start at the 20. Couple more shout-outs here. Ryan Oliver, former St. X Tiger, is in Germany listening to us or streaming tonight. Hello, Ryan Oliver. It is, 3 in the morning? 2 in the morning in Germany? Hello, Ryan Oliver.
I'm not in Germany.
And Nathan Roush, DeSales quarterback 2013 state championship team, their first state title team. He is in South Carolina listening, so hello to Nathan Roush. We were able to call that game against Newport Central Catholic, if you remember. That was fun. First and 10 Colts. They trail for the first time all season, 14-7. Avery back in there at quarterback. He's got Johnson behind him on first down. He'll give it to Antoine Johnson. Running left, he is hit and dropped in the backfield. J.P. Reed was the first guy there. Will Motley came up to help out as well. It's a loss of a yard back to the 19, 2nd and 11.
Well, once again, and it's common sense, but if the Tiger defense out here can hold again, it will make the DeSales not, it'll get them more on their heels. And field position, we always know, is huge, and turnovers are even bigger, and that's why the Tigers lead this game 14-7.
2nd down, 11. Colts taking a long time in the huddle here. They send Higdon wide to the right. That's the wide side of the field. across the 20 and slides down at about the 24. This is not the NFL, Tony. When you slide down, he should have got the 23-yard line there. He gave himself up early. But it's 3rd and 6 for the Colts after a gain of 5.
Yeah, and I thought DeSales might come back with kind of a quarterback draw. That was not it, he just tucked it and took off. But Tiger defense doing a pretty good job after making the one bad on the first drive that led to the DeSales touchdown. 2:36 left first quarter. St. X leads 14-7.
Scroggins to the left. That's the short side. Higdon to the wide side on the right. He's one on over there with Parker Gilliam. Handoff up the middle